Opening round of this tournament continues. We see Jim Alers, the UFC vet, taking on the Brazilian Warriors product in Diego Lopes. Lopes, a former Combat Jiu-Jitsu Mexico champion.
Alers coming out of the gate, hustling, looking to change levels with that little run double.
We were talking earlier,
Yeah.
this could be almost a super fight, and it's just an opening round matchup in our tournament. These two very talented and fun to watch.
These two, I had them picked out as the best fight. Like, this is the best individual matchup of the first round. Both these guys are very good. So whichever guy, oh, look at this. Alers jumping on his head. Alers has a pretty good front headlock game here. Diego's tough. Look at this, using it to get in on the single leg. Alers showing some good. Diego tries to jump to the guard and he gets smashed to his back for it.
Alers very aggressive. We'll see how he acts here in this closed guard of Lopes.
Yeah, Diego looks like he has wrist control on that other side. Yeah, he does. So he's trying to get his knee into the inside position here, bring it in front of the bicep of Alers. He's got to be careful here. I mean, it's an obvious play. Alers is going to be very familiar with what's going on, but it's a very effective play, so he has to be super careful.
Let's clear this arm, the left arm inside.
Diego using that overhook to control Jim's posture.
You got wrist control of that right arm.
Very nice work there. Excellent work by Alers.
Put your right arm inside. Good. Half guard is good.
90 seconds down here. Coming alive is Jim Alers. Lopes trying to headbutt these strikes.
He looked like Frank Shamrock right here.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh, he took him in the elbow.
Alers able to get free back on the feet.
Diego's here for it, man.
Man. What a fight, and this has all the feelings that you would get from a fight. Now Lopes trying to feint that takedown.
Well, Alers was delivering some punishment there, but Diego just leaning into it, eating every one of them to the top of his head right there instead of eating them in his face.
30 seconds, get down. 30 seconds.
Yeah, so much for jiu-jitsu being the gentle art, man.
Yeah, you know, not gentle in results, gentle in delivery sometimes, but this is not a Brazilian jiu-jitsu match, this is a fight.
That is true. Now we see.
Guillotine, but looking to counter with a little Von Flue pressure here comes Diego Lopes. Diego trying to pull the hand out instead. He wants this head and arm control.
See if he can return some strikes in kind as he was on the receiving end from Alers.
That overhook is stopping him from posturing up too powerfully right now. Oh, now is his chance to sit up. But Alers wisely sitting up with that underhook. Diego's going to look to counter it with a Darcy.
Quick right hand.
Reaches through, a little Nelson-style pressure.
Now loading up, going to the body hard.
Deep half guard, Alers coming out the back. Trying to turn up. Diego doing a great job. Great hips, good movement by Diego. And here comes Alers to the top, using the deep half guard to get to the top.
Nicely done by the UFC vet in top position.
I love that rash guard Florida man. Oh, Diego baiting him in. And he runs Alers down onto a hard palm strike of his own. That was interesting.
I mean, if I'm Jim Alers, I'm like, what do I got to do to make this man respect my strikes? Because, I mean, he's throwing him the way of Lopes. Lopes eating him, and he just doesn't seem to be any worse for the wear. He kind of welcomes him in.
Yeah, not kinda.
Yeah,
He's
true.
telling him, please do it. I mean, look, that's tough. I don't know that that's a great strategy in the long term, though, TJ.
It's fun to watch.
It is fun to watch. You're right about that. This is good wrist control here with that palm up grip. A la Eddie versus Hoyler back in 2003. He used that overhook from that same position, got that palm down grip.
Clear your arm and come back with the palm.
Alers and Diego exchanging a couple of words there. Now Alers throwing hard strikes from the top.
And again,
man.
I mean, these strikes wouldn't be as hard if Lopes wasn't heading into them as hard as he is, too. Like, he
delivers a
wow.
hard ones from the bottom now. Pushes Alers out. Attacking a triangle now. Switching off to this omoplata.
It's another
Need a few on the
strike.
way in.
Wow. I mean, Diego Lopes is here to fight.
Yeah, he is.
Just past the halfway point here of regulation.
Oh, look at this little scissor sweep pressure here. Takes him off his base.
Running out of space here. Athletes still working, and gravity gonna require them to have a restart. I don't know how exactly, what position they're going to be restarted in, but the crowd here in Cancun coming alive, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a fight here between Diego Lopes and Jim Alers.
Well, both guys have been playing this for damage, which I love.
Touch over 4 minutes remaining. Now trying to get this leg lock, and it pops off.
Grip just slipped, but that was tight. I mean, it's still tight.
See Lopes trying to peel apart the legs.
Yeah, Alers not adding that breaking pressure yet. Now counter heel hook on the inside here by Lopes.
Alers forced to respect it.
Oh, man. Both guys just trading back and forth, striking and submissions. Diego looking to come down with some power right here. He's got that Wanderlei Silva look on his face.
Oh, my goodness. Trying to clear the legs and come over the top with a big strike. And again, some shots here by both men. Trying to pass the guard here.
Nice, beautiful double underpass. Beautiful work in the passing there from Diego Lopes. He takes side control with about 3 minutes to go. And let's see if he can develop something from here. This is definitely the most meaningful position that's been taken in the fight so far.
Going north-south.
Maybe trying to arm in north-south choke. I actually just saw a match last night where a guy finished an arm in north-south choke. Super uncommon.
Lopes driving that right hand in the body of Alers. Just under 2.5.
Falling back on this marsh. Nice transition. Oh, man, he just needs to get a little deeper. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. He might get that, TJ.
Trying to walk up the body now is Lopes.
He's going to mount him.
Alers surviving for the time
He's
being.
deepening it. Oh, man, this is big. This is big. He's going to get this, I think. He keeps adjusting it. He moves well with it, too. Oh, he changes off of this three-finger grip. Maybe thinking about going to a Japanese necktie here. Oh, man, I thought he had that Darce for sure.
Lopes talking to his corner, trying to find the adjustment to wrap this up.
He has to bail on it. Alers gets his back to the mat, finally, which is one of the best ways to defend the Darce choke. If you just put your back on the mat. The problem is now your back's on the mat. So the guy does let go of the Darce, but now he's past your guard, you know.
90 seconds left here in regulation, and what a fight we've been treated to. Now in
Back into the half guard. Now the closed guard for Alers. Hard strike from Lopes, body, head. Good ground and pound work from Lopes.
both of these men going for it here in regulation. I mean, you said that this was on the short list for potential fight of the night, and so far, I mean, it's living up to it, B-Mac.
Yeah. Well, both of these guys love to fight. They're both like very spirited athletes, and they're very, as we see, very evenly matched up. So this was one of those matchups. As soon as I saw it on the bracket, I was like, oh man, that's potential fight of the night right there. Overhook.
Both of these guys have been very aggressive here in regulation. Final 30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
Once we go to overtime, no strikes will be allowed. Do you lean one way or the other? Do either of these guys have an advantage in overtime?
I don't think so. I mean, they've been very evenly skilled both in the striking and submission department. They've traded leg locks back and forth. They've traded top position back and forth. And neither guy is really found an advantage on the other.
5 seconds
So I expect that kind of war of attrition will continue as we reach the overtime.
10 minutes in the books. We are headed to overtime. What a match between Jim Alers and Diego Lopes. And it will continue here in overtime. Again, our overtimes contested under traditional EBI overtime rules. 3 periods, a top and bottom half, 2 minutes maximum on the ride times. And it looks like Lopes going to go on offense to start the top of the first. He elects to take the spider web position.
Te van a poner una mano en el piso. Luego vuelves a agarrar o agarras la pierna, lo que necesites.
And aggressive in regulation was Lopes, and aggressive here in this overtime, going with that spider web here in the top of the first.
Yeah, Alers gets to the top position here. Lopes has the underhook with his right arm under the leg. You see he's got that scoop grip there. That'll allow him to rotate underneath a little more. You see he wants to reach for that ankle, but he's trying to swim all the way through there. Going to bring him back and dump him. Alers keeps top position.
Cruza tus pies y vuelve a dejar que quede su espalda en el mat. Llevamos 45 segundos ahí, Diego.
Oh, there's the arm.
The arm is extended. Alers trying to peel the legs away. Taps. Wow, nicely done. Alers' arm, I think, is definitely hurt. Lopes knows he's in a prime position. Beltran looking at Alers to make sure he's okay and continue. He does have the opportunity to go on offense here in the bottom of the first. He's got to secure a submission, though, quicker than Lopes did. And wow, some big dramatic moments here right now as Jim Alers is going to go on the back here of Diego Lopes, but Lopes sitting pretty with that submission in the top of the first.
Yeah, 51 seconds. That's what we're looking at, TJ.
And Alers was definitely trying to shake that arm out. It is compromised here.
Oh, no doubt. He really got his arm stretched. He's out of there.
That's a wrap. Nicely done, Diego Lopes. Secures the submission in overtime. On his way to the quarterfinals, putting on a show. The crowd loving it inside Planet Hollywood. My goodness, what a fight. And this one belongs to Diego Lopes. We will make this one official. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner via submission in overtime. Now on his way to the quarterfinals, it is Diego Lopes.